live. Hey guys, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Sorry about the delay. I really do try and get the stream started on time, but guess what? For some reason, Windows keeps lowering my mic volume. I don't know what it's doing. It's trying to do some kind of trickery, but honestly, it gave me a headache. It gave me I guess, the headache. So I want to welcome Kando Wontu. So you guys may know him. He's very, very active in the retro gaming and the FPGA gaming community. He does ROM hacks. He's best known for Star Fox Super Nintendo ROM hacks, which really, really improved the game. As well as that, he's been involved in other projects like bringing Famidash over to the NES. That's a joint project with others. But what I think is really, really important here, and I'm going to give you guys a little peek of it, he's also one of the people behind a ROM hacking website. Right, let me get the right tab on, and it's known as ROM Hack Plaza. So this guy is very, very busy in the retro gaming scene. So I'm gonna let him take the floor. So Kando Wontu, floor is yours. Introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do, and tell us about this Star Fox here. I'm gonna start playing this while you tell us about it. By the way,
everyone, yeah, I'm Kando. I'm a 40-year-old father of 3. I've been into, video games since I was a little kid. I was born in '84, so, Super Nintendo, big parts of my life, ever since I was a kid. And then in my late teens, when I found that there was emulation on computers, I was so into that, being able to play all the old games anywhere I go, on any computer, any laptop. And then the magic of people doing ROM hack, which just completely blew me away. Being able to play the your old favorite games that you know and love, but in different experiences with different abilities, different maps, and a whole new experience. And I really, really enjoyed them for years and years and years. Very much tried to, try to collect them all, but I never really knew how to do anything. And that was always my disappointment. I could never give anything back. So I kind of went away from it a little bit, got married, had a few kids, and then the Nintendo Giga League happened. I think that happened in
sorry,
2021.
what's the Nintendo Giga League? What is that?
And that was something where somebody managed to get into Nintendo servers and they leaked a whole bunch of files.
League. Sorry, I thought you said League. Right, okay. Yeah, is that what it's called? Right, the Giga League, right? Or did you just name it that? Or is it known as the Giga League?
Yeah. And one of the big parts that came out in that, I was very much drew me back in, because there were a lot of prototypes and, betas that weren't around before, and I was like, oh, cool. But then there was a couple source codes leaked, and one of them was Star Fox. So I was like, okay, that was a huge game for my childhood. I remember having Nintendo Power, reading the comics. It was really hyped up in the US. I remember getting it, and the game just blew me away as a kid. It was huge. All the secrets that they had. I'm pretty sure I played through all the routes, all the secrets. I must have spent hours and hours on that game. So when the source code came out, I was a little bit interested. And then one guy, his name is Starkson. He's otherwise known as VL Tone. He's probably mostly known for making Toadstool, which is the first editor for Mario 64. And he's been around, and he managed to somehow get the game to run at an isometric angle, which is kind of like at a top down, left from the sky kind of view at an angle.
Okay, that's interesting. So is the isometric version of Star Fox actually available to play, or?
Well, it is a view. If you hold right and hit select, you can actually take a look at it. Right or left, hit select.
Hold on, this is first person now.
Give it another shot.
Is it? Sorry, did you say right on the D-pad?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, so this reminds me of Zaxxon now. Remember that game, Zaxxon? Wow.
Yep.
That's crazy, dude. I never knew this. I'm not the biggest Star Fox fan. For me, Star Fox it really came alive on the Nintendo 64. It's something that I had a look at. Like the tech demos of it, and it looks really cool, but I never really played it at the time, and I played it years later, and I was like, this is running at like 10 FPS, but holy crap, man, this is freaking amazing. It's mad, but wow, wow. Okay, sorry, continue, man, continue.
Yeah, like just to go off track a little bit, the Nintendo 64 version was amazing, but at that time, that was Nintendo 64. You had every game was 3D. That was nothing extremely special. But for Star Fox on the Super Nintendo, that was a treat. Every other game was 2D, and here you had this full 3D rendered thing on this little Super Nintendo console. It was just
Fair point. No,
mind blowing.
fair point.
So, anyway, back to what I was saying. So he posted a demo video of this camera angle, and I was like, all right, how did you do that? What did you change? And he's like, oh, you just have to, I just added these 2 lines here in this file. And at some point, a bunch of other people also managed to make it so that you could easily compile Star Fox from the source code just by running a batch file. Run a batch and it compiles the code, and you have a ROM. So when he gave me the few lines to add, it was, a piece of cake. Add a couple lines, compile it, and I'm like, wow, now I'm playing with this thing that he showed online. It just blew my mind. Now, granted, at this point, I didn't know any assembly. I didn't know, I had programmed as a kid. I did a little bit of basic, a little bit of C, but nothing really major. I just kind of figure things out as I need to use them. So when I started, I was like, all right, let me see what else I can do with this. Let me play with different camera angles. And then I had an idea. I said, let me see if I can make it so that I can toggle this, because it was always in that view. I wanted to make it so that I can switch from normal view to that view. And I just started looking through the code and, probably spent a couple days on it, but I managed to make it. You hit select and it would toggle, instead of the zoomed in and zoomed out view, it would toggle between the normal view and top right view. So from there, I just kind of kept playing with it. I came up with another view. I started changing the weapons. Then I managed to actually get some text to display on the screen so I could show what weapon you had displayed. And from there, I actually figured out how to make like a full menu. And that's where it just really bloomed. I was like, all right, so now we can add an option for this, an option for that. I can add a God mode option where I'll never die. I can add an option where, enemies can't shoot anymore. Just lots of silly stuff. And it was really it was originally called the Exploration Showcase. It wasn't Star Fox EX. And I did release this way before Star Fox EX. It was the original levels, just with a little simple menu and a few mods. I think I even actually released it before that. It didn't have a menu. I had instructions where you had to do keep combinations in order to activate the features, which is ridiculous. So once I put the menu in, that was like a really big update.
Menu's definitely more user friendly. This runs. So, a question here is, how many frames per second did kind of the original Star Fox run at, and how many FPS is your EX version running at now?
Funny thing is about the Super FX chip is it has an option on there. The Super FX runs at 22.4 megahertz, but there's an option where you can divide that speed in half and run it at half speed at 10.7 megahertz. And Star Fox is the only Super FX game that decided to have the clock speed, which leads to average frame rates of about 12 frames per second on average. So even before I did Star Fox EX, I was talking to, I believe, Vitor Villela, who you guys may know. He's done a lot of SA1 patches, which are super, super complex to do, but they really speed up some of these games that Fast ROM can't. He's kind of a genius. But he told me what register I needed to set to turn off the divider. So before you know it, I released a patch for that, and that was huge. That bumped it up to, I'd say on average, like 16 to 17 frames per second.
Wow, that's like a 50% increase, man. Like, so how did the community take that? Like, Star Fox fans were blown away by that, right?
Yeah, no, they were absolutely blown away. There were news articles, patches got some comments, downloads. Some people weren't happy with it because they said, oh, the music doesn't sync up, the scramble doesn't sync up. Well, yeah, it doesn't sync up. The music was made for the slower rate. So I knew when I released Star Fox EX that some people were going to want the original slow rate. So there is an option actually to have the clock divider again and go back to the original.
Oh, so you can play it with all the new features, but have it with the original frame rate, with the music being in sync to that frame rate then, right?
Yep. And you'll notice also the health bar is longer, and you're not taking wing damage. All those can be disabled. You can play an original experience on Star Fox EX, so I made it for the purists to be able to enjoy too.
You know what? That's good, because see, I don't have the nostalgia for this game. So if I was to play it, I'd be like, no, the originals do. I like Kando's hack because it feels like a better game. However, if I had the nostalgia for it, and I'm big on the nostalgia, if something was crap back in the day and someone improves it, even though I can appreciate the improvement, it doesn't give me the nostalgia because, you know, it doesn't have that, like your fast ROMs, for example, that you do. If there's a game that I'm familiar with and I'm used to the slowdown, I still want the slowdown. But any game that I haven't played on the SNES that you've done a fast ROM for, I generally prefer playing that version because I want the improvements.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So, I mean, I just tried replaying Star Fox Vanilla maybe like 2 days ago with my son because I got, thanks to a friend of mine who hooked me up with a bunch of awesome equipment, I got my Super Nintendo up and running with an FX pack.
Nice.
Shout outs to Batty.
Oh, wicked. I was speaking to Batty before the stream, actually, so yeah. He does a lot of MSU1 work. I think most recently Mega Man X5. Is it Mega Man X5 or Mega Man 5 anyway?
X5, yeah.
X5, cool.
Lots of music packs, and yeah, she keeps very busy. She's shout outs to Batty, she's awesome.
Wicked.
But I was playing the original Star Fox again, and boy, this game is awful. I mean, you spend all this time to get yourself, you get your dual laser, then you get your dual blaster, and you're making your way through the game, and then your wing breaks. And what happens when your wing breaks? You lose all your laser upgrades.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, at that point, you might as well just you know, kill yourself. You might as well just take the damage and try another life, because you get another, you know, dual laser is rare in the game. They're not all over the place.
Wow.
So,
I mean, do you know what I always think? I always think that, you know, the way Star Fox came on the Super Nintendo and then it came for the N64. And on the N64 we had Rogue Squadron. I always wonder if we had like a Super Nintendo version of Rogue Squadron and how it would have been. Would it have been something close to like a Star Fox game but with that Star Wars theme?
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Definitely. You never know, someone might do a demake one day, right? Because you always get these people, they're like, hey, you know what? I think I'm going to make this, or I'm going to demake this right now. Right, okay, so as well as Star Fox, right? Because you've given me something else, right? And I want to have a look at that. So let's give it a reset. Oh, sorry, not a reset. I meant a power cycle. So this is really interesting. Now, I tried playing the normal version of this game on my phone, and I completely suck at it. So I had to just not do it. So I was like, no, I haven't refunded a lot of stuff on like Google Play on mobile, but I refunded that. You know, I wanted the advert. I wanted the version without the advert. So on NES, and just so you know, you actually live on my Mister now. There's a folder there called Kando. Here we go.
Wow.
Is your name Can Do, like as in I'm very positive I can do this? Is that what it is? Because I thought it was
Can do and want to. I want to.
Ah,
want to
okay.
and I can.
Yeah, I thought it was a play on Star Wars, you know, like Obi-Wan can do, Kando Wontu. Like, you know, Obi-Wan had his cousin there and he's like, oh, this is my cousin. Yeah, you know, he's got his Jedi skills, but he's, I don't know, these are the droids you're looking for or whatever. Okay, that's interesting. Can do, want to. Okay, cool.
I've actually had this name for, it's probably been about 28 years since I've had this nickname, back from when I was 12.
Oh,
And
wow.
you can look back. I've done some for the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. I made a custom firmware. I was involved in that scene for a while.
Oh, wow. Okay, I loved this. Was it a custom firmware? I remember, so there was a friend of mine hacked like my PSP for me, and then I remember my cousin, he bought this battery. It was like a Pandora battery, and he put it on there and it hacked it on there, but I can't remember. Obviously there was CFW on there, I just can't remember. Was there different ones out there? Was it a main one that everyone was using?
No, it wasn't a main one. It was kind of like we were waiting. 3.0 came out, which had like a bunch of new features, and while everybody was waiting for it, I managed to kind of make a hybrid using some of the new features with the old one, and it was popular for a little while, but it wasn't one of the major ones.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And I even
Batty says hello, by the way. Batty's here. Hi, Batty.
Oh, hi there, Batty. Batty has a can-do folder too. That's nice.
Oh, wicked. I do
Yeah,
have.
I had some fun. I made a lot of Kando mode hacks, which are basically hacks where you can just kind of you can mid-air jump anywhere you want. You can't die.
What
Some of
game?
them you can break.
What game was that for?
I did a whole bunch of them actually. I should probably send you a couple of them.
Is that PSP we're talking about?
Oh no,
Oh.
Super Nintendo.
Okay.
Nintendo.
Cool. Yeah, no worries. All right, let's give this a go because so I know this is a project that someone was making and you helped with this. What was your involvement in this? What did you bring to the table as such?
I had been a big fan of Geometry Dash, for I don't know, probably about 6 years at that point, and I had the idea for a long time. Then I was like, the precision that people do in games like Super Mario Brothers, where they're doing sub-pixel precision to do things like wall jumps or to clip into walls and stuff. That kind of precision is the
Sorry.
kind of precision that you need in a game like Geometry Dash. And as you can see, it is a pretty unforgiving game. You die, you start all the way over. And I said, the Super Mario Brothers engine should be able to handle that, or Nintendo should be able to handle that. So for a little project, me and somebody named Brett went together and kind of made a demo of. It had 2 levels using the Super Mario Brothers engine, and it was kind of Geometry Dash-ish. But it really wasn't that great because the level editor wasn't great. Couldn't do too much with it, and I was kind of stuck. It was dead. So a couple months later, I noticed somebody named User Sniper was posted a demo of something called Famidash, which it was very basic. What you're seeing here, it didn't have a background or anything, but it was just basic jumping and collision, and it was Geometry Dash. I was like, okay, I messaged them. I said we were working on the same kind of thing. What do you have a Discord or something? And they invited us, and next thing you know, I was like, let me take a look at the source code, and I managed to at that time. In the game, there are parts where the gravity flips and you're actually upside down. I implemented upside down gravity.
Okay.
And for the most part, I was just kind of hanging out because I knew a little bit of C, but I didn't know that much. So I was just kind of hanging out, excited about the project, wanted to help hype it up and just do little things here.
You definitely hyped it up, dude. You definitely hyped it up. I remember.
The original developer disappeared. I was waiting months. I think they disappeared in December, and came about March came around, and I was just tired of waiting. So I wanted to see what I could find in the source code that was maybe hidden in there. Because I know that they worked on other levels, but there was only 1 level in the demo. And first thing I did was I managed to unlock all the levels, managed to get the full menu up there. And we had 5, 6 levels to play with. And then I don't remember how, but I spent a good number of hours trying to figure out how they did their level editing, importing, exporting. It was a big pain in the butt. You had to make the level in tiled, export it into 2 files, and then run them through 3 different Python scripts, and then manually paste in the data into the source code. It was just an absolute nightmare. But managed to fix a couple levels and just kind of snowballed from there. I was like, let me see what I can do. Let me add this mode. Let me add that mode. Let me add this. And got a few other people on board. J-Roboy managed to get the parallax background going. Alex Mush came in, and he's done a lot of the core ASM routines. And I've pretty much taken the helm on all the C programming, just adding all the features and things like that. We have Ale Funky came in and did the collision. He added slopes. So we got a pretty big team working on here. Lots of talented musicians, graphics editors, level creators. It's really just snowballed.
Okay, these other things aren't games there, right? So I'm getting like Famidash. The album's obviously the music. What's the B-sides? Is that B-sides of the music?
B-sides has levels too. You have to go write an icon. The community levels are the same. But basically, at this point, we had so many levels made by users that I had to split the ROM into 2 different games.
Okay,
and we're still getting yeah, right there. That's where you'll see the community levels for this game.
Cool. All right. Let's have a look. The community usually punish you quite bad, from what I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't. I just don't have the skill to play these games, man. They're very Moorish, though.
Yeah, you have to be, I guess, some kind of a masochist to put yourself through these.
It's very popular. So a lot of shall we say you don't need to jump there, right? So a lot of people that, for example, there'll be people that play this on their phone that don't actually play another game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There are people that all they play is Geometry Dash, and I can see it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's every day new levels come out.
Ah,
There's always a new daily level. There's events. There's people. There are thousands and thousands of people making levels every day.
I mean,
Just
it's
insane.
such a simple concept, isn't it?
It is. It is. But it can be complicated by all of the different orbs, features, triggers. You can end up with a level that you can't even sight read. But that's all depends on how the person wants to make it.
Yeah, so I've seen like a lot of the Super Nintendo levels. We're gonna go back to Super Nintendo because I've got a folder on there called Fast ROMs, and we can have a look at some of your Fast ROM games. But I've seen some of those Super Nintendo levels, right? Sorry, the Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario World levels, and they're insane. I don't know how they do them. Obviously, they need to memorize an exact way that they're doing levels, but man, it's crazy. So, is there a Fast ROM in the list here that you're particularly proud of? Now, I can't remember how. I may have updated this when we initially planned this stream, so it may not have your latest ones on there. But is there one that you're particularly proud of? We can run with that.
I could probably say Mega Man X2 or X3. Probably be
Okay.
the ones I could think of. There are others that really show a difference. I just can't think of any off the top of my
No,
head.
no,
There's
no
just been so
worries.
many.
All right, so we'll do it. We'll start with X2, and we know Batty. She's a fan of this stuff here. So obviously doing the soundtracks for the latter ones. So tell us a little bit more about Fast ROM then. So you kind of started talking about that. Where what was the guys? I always get confused between the guy that done the Fast ROMs and Zed Vitor, the guy that does all the Beats of Rage stuff.
Yeah, that's what's his name? Vitor Villela. That's the guy. He originally started the Fast Round project, and he also he's the guy I talked about that did the SA1 project.
Ah, okay.
Um, basically, the Super Nintendo runs, and you guys know that speed on computers is typically registered by megahertz or gigahertz nowadays. The Super Nintendo can run at either 2.68 megahertz or 3.58 megahertz. It all depended on whether or not the developers wanted to pay extra for different ROM chips on there. It would cost them a little bit extra, and they had to do some additional programming. So what I noticed is, and this is later on, I noticed that a lot of developers actually program their games for fast ROM, and it seems like they were told at the last minute, no, we're not paying for those chips, and they just had to go in and turn the little register off that says use fast ROM.
Okay. So
I like that.
a sub question here. So the games that you bring over to Fast ROM, were they originally supposed to be for Fast ROM, and then you're just kind of giving it that ability, or are you doing games that were never programmed for Fast ROM and you're getting them on Fast ROM?
Both actually. The easy ones, the ones that I really liked, were the ones where they were programmed for it. I'd pretty much go in, flip a switch, and hey, here's a new release. Here's a fast ROM. Look what I did.
Is it is there
One
still
of them,
is there still
actually, yeah,
lots gone? Sorry.
no, I was gonna say Weapon Lord is one game that actually made such a big difference that people that were like experts at the game said that they can actually like pull off moves that they've never been able to pull off
Oh
before.
wow.
But Weapon Lore was so easy to do that I made a Game Genie code that you could put in one line, and that would turn on Fast ROM.
Okay, so what to? Oh, Europe. Okay, we'll go here. Okay,
Weapon Lord's
that's.
a brutal game. The
I, I've,
AI
I,
is just
I don't even know this game. I have no idea. I have no idea what this game is, dude. So oh, it's
I
by
cannot beat the first.
Namco.
It was an arcade game, I believe.
Okay, interesting. Let's check it out. See, I was always torn between what my favorite console is, whether it's the Super Nintendo or whether it's the PC Engine, and I feel like I've decided it's the PC Engine. That's my jam now. But I do like the SNES a lot. SNES is definitely second, without a doubt.
I hear that. I never had too much experience with the PC Engine, so my experience is pretty much based on nostalgia. NES, Game Boy, Super Nintendo.
So what's your favorite Game Boy then?
The original Game Boy. I mean, games
Yes,
like Final Fantasy Legend 2, 3, those games were amazing.
DMG for life, man. DMG for life. That's still my favorite. That yellow, green, whatever bloody color that screen is. I think I have tried this. Is this a fighting game?
Yeah, it's a one-on-one.
Ah,
And
cool.
yeah, like I said, the AI is just gonna slaughter you without
Challenge
and
accepted.
without even a bit of mercy.
Let's see what we can do. So this is interesting. So I like that term that you use, one-on-one, because sometimes I call fighting games beat 'em ups, and people are like, they're not beat 'em ups. Beat 'em ups are like final fights. You know, this is this is a fighting game, but back when, oh wow, yeah, absolutely brutal. So back when these games were first coming out, like when Street Fighter first came out, I remember reading a magazine review, and under genre it was called like beat 'em up, one-on-one beat 'em up. So you used to have beat 'em up and one-on-one beat 'em up. So that's how you differentiate. So I still call these beat 'em up sometimes, but I've learned to call them fighting games because people end up getting confused and in some cases upset. But hey, you know, every day on the internet, you know, if you don't upset someone, it's not a normal day on the internet.
Yep. That's absolutely true.
Let me check.
You know, you can do all you can to try to make people happy, but somebody out there is not going to like you.
Absolutely, sir. All right, there we go. So you're just adjusting stuff here on the fly. I thought I had it set. I just kind of moved the screen over. Okay, so I don't know if this game is. I don't really know much about this game. I have played this before. I think I played this with a friend of mine when I was around his house doing a stream. I took the MiSTer around there, and that's one thing I really like about the MiSTer is I can just pack it in a bag and I'll take it to like a friend's house. I mean, I have got a few of them, and I've got another one coming at some point as well. Okay, this is brutal, but it's a great device to take out. So, what is I know you. So, you've still got your MiSTer, haven't you?
Yep, I got a MiSTer, I got an analog pocket.
Oh, you've got. I thought.
Metroid
Oh, was it your dad that sold the analog pocket? I remember you selling one a while ago, and I was actually tempted to grab it off you. It was a very good price. You sold it for.
Yeah, that was my dad's.
Ah,
Yeah,
cool.
I still got mine.
Nice. So what kind of things are you working on now? The fast rooms. Have you ever? And sorry guys, for anyone watching out there, if you want to support Kando Wontu's work, there's a Patreon. I have a link to his Patreon in the description, as well as is just plastered up there on the top right. You know, just Kando Wontu, spelled in the way you can see in the top right. But yeah, so Kando. What other things are you working on? What's in the pipeline? Are you working on any other ROM hacks? Are you working on more fast ROM implementations? Like, what is on the horizon?
I'm involved in a couple of projects. Star Fox EX is going to be getting an MSU release at some point with a full orchestrated version. I don't know when that's coming, but small things are still being worked on for Star Fox EX. I'm kind of more in like a background role on that, though. One of our teammates sunlit space, and he's always crediting me for having learned everything from me, but he is really taken up the helm and is helping to push Star Fox EX a little bit further. But as for myself, I'm involved. I'm still doing Famidash. There's still lots to do on that. Potentially, maybe a Super Nintendo version at some point.
Oh wow. Okay. So will it be the same one? Will it be like I always forget the guy's name because I keep thinking it's Infidelity. That's it. Will it be like an Infidelity one where you just bring the NES one over to the SNES, or will it be a completely revamped SNES version?
Completely revamped.
Oh
Yeah, we're
wow.
gonna make full use of all of it.
So we're talking like SNES visuals and everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Okay, that sounds good. So how far away would you say that is? I imagine that's quite a lengthy project to get through and do.
Yeah, our main developer guy that I talked about, Alex Mush, he's got a few things he still needs to do on the main branch. We kind of want to get the Nintendo one said and done till we can get it to cartridge form and possibly start selling it.
Oh wow.
And then at that point, we'll probably start working on the Super Nintendo branch.
So I'm just seeing Scalino the first in the chat saying Super Famidash. I think you're gonna have to call it that, aren't you? It just so there was a lot of stuff that was like, you know, it came from the NES, it went to the SNES, add the word super in front of it, and that's pretty much it. You know, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Super R-Type, I don't know, Super whatever.
I'm trying to keep the Famidash as like a brand name. Like, you know, even if we were gonna do one of our guys did a Game Boy Advance port. I was trying to get him to call it Famidash Advance, but he ended up with Geometry Dash.
There you go, man. That sounds good. So yeah, I mean, people are really into cartridges. It's good you touch upon that because cartridges get released. I mean, people are paying like, is it £400 for like new Neo Geo games that are coming out in cartridge form? And then you've got obviously Game Boy games, you've got Mega Drive, SNES, you've got so many different carts coming out. We know the Bitmap Bureau, they put out quite a few cartridges, and obviously there's a lot of independents out as well. There's a Master System game, something Frontier Force, that came out recently. That's getting a cartridge release as well, so it'll be interesting. I think even sales wise, you probably find you'll sell quite a fair amount.
Yeah, I would think so. And we got some, or at least our developer guy, our main ASM guy, has some crazy hardware ideas. We're talking about an SD card, being able to load your own levels off your computer, and some crazy ideas that I don't think have been done
Oh
before.
wow! So you're talking a NES cartridge that takes an SD card that lets you add your own custom levels to the cartridge.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
that's
be
nuts.
wild.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Has anything been done? I mean, the only thing that I can think with a cartridge and an SD card is obviously like an EverDrive. So we're talking not exactly an EverDrive, but you've got the cartridge with the game SD slot, and it's specific for loading levels. That's nuts, man. That's crazy.
It's wild. I don't know how it's going to be done, but he's got all he knows. He's somewhat of a genius. He knows all of the different mappers, the schematics, the chip layouts. He's wild. Very lucky to have him on the team.
Yeah, no, that sounds nuts, man. Keep me posted about that. I'll definitely add that to like the weekly news videos. You know, it'd be freaking interesting. I mean, I don't have the hardware. I don't really have much hardware. I've got my Game Boys. I think I've got PlayStation 2 in my cupboard. That's why I really do like the Mister and the Analog Pocket. Right? I feel like I don't need the hardware. It's so good playing on FPGA devices. It just quenches that thirst.
It's really a fantastic device. All the consoles are there, even the old computers. I mean, being able to play like with an old Macintosh or an old Apple II without having to actually get a box and it's all in this tiny little package.
I mean, I haven't tried the Apple II yet. I need to sort out the Atari ST at some point. I want to visit that. I want to do Commodore 64. I'm just so lazy. I just end up playing the normal stuff that I've got. But I really hope, obviously it's a big ask, but hopefully there's some fans out there that are inspired by like Amiga Vision. Then we've got the X68000, the Neon pack that got released recently. I'm really hoping we get something like that for the Atari ST, for the C64, something that makes that user experience just very, very comfortable for everyone to use. So, if you haven't played the Commodore, because a lot of people are scared to set up the computer cores. They're like, I've got to go through this, I've got to do that, myself included. But when these easy packs are made, it just makes the experience so seamless. And Amiga Vision I'm particularly fond of because there's a lot of games I forgot about on the Amiga. When I look at their front end, man, I'm like, wow, yeah, I need to play this again.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn that most games that came out started either on the Amiga or the 68,000.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, the 68,000, that's a marvel of a computer, man. It's not something I ever experienced. A friend of mine, a guy called Phil AI, he was like, "Oh, you have to play this, man. You like your arcade games. You need to see this. All the arcade games came out for this." And honestly, when I played it, I was blown away. I was like, wow, these arcade ports feel absolutely like amazing, with very, very minor differences to the actual arcade version. And I guess in some cases, at least to me, they felt very, very identical. And it was amazing. And that's another thing about the Mister. It's introduced me to the X68000 core. The Sega Saturn, I only learned from the Mister. I only played the Saturn for like, I don't know, maybe not more than 1 hour in my whole life. And when I got it on the Mister, I've probably played it for at least 100 hours so far. That's including the times I've played it and captured footage. Absolutely amazing device that I just didn't appreciate then. All I wanted was 3D around the PlayStation era, and the Saturn was giving us more 2D than 3D.
I like the 68,000 it's a weird one because it's like a computer, but then it has Japanese, and then it boots into a game. It's like, what is that?
What's the game that you like on there? Let's go on there, because I feel like the guys at Neon 68,000, they have done a really good job with with the MGL files, and the way they've done it, it's really, really good. So is there a particular game that you want to have a look at?
One of the shooter games, I don't remember, it was a Gradius or R-Type.
But there we go. So we have got we have got genre. So look at that. Wow, look at that. Shooter horizontal. Honestly, that's wow. So horizontal, excellent. Was it Gradius? Let's go. Okay, so we got Gradius Arcade or Gradius 2. Which one do you want to go for? Gradius Arcade, yeah, cool. We'll go for that. Now, I'm a big fan of these Konami games, man. But once my life goes and I'm out, that's it. You know, you can't play it again. And someone pointed out that these games you have to 1cc. If you lose your life, that's it. You don't play this anymore. It's a one life thing. Oh, it's even asking me to deposit a coin. Okay, I think I found the coin button. I just need to find the normal. Okay. All right, so let me start now. Here we go. So, did you ever play the Game Boy version of this? Yeah. The original. I had. It was called Nemesis. The one I had, not Gradius. Nemesis.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the Game Boy had some really amazing.
What is your favorite Game Boy game like?
I would say probably, you're gonna laugh at me. What is it? Faceball 2000.
I've never seen it. We're gonna have to look at it. So if we laugh at you, we have to laugh at you in style, man. We gotta know what we're laughing at. So Faceball 2000, right? Let me just lose a life on this. You know, when I'm trying to die quickly.
There are just so many secrets in the game that I just remember one time, you know, booting it up, and somehow I found some secret that launched me up to like level 83, and I died in like 2 seconds, and I could never do it again.
Right, so this is for the Game Boy DMG, right? Is it a DMG or is it a color?
No, DMG.
DMG, okay, wicked. And for anyone out there, the Game Boy DMG is the best game. Oh, look at that! I think I need to blow into my cart, man. The Nintendo cart size just come out all wrong. Right, so, right, okay.
This game was actually programmed for 16 players, I believe, and recently, within the last few years, somebody managed to get 16 people together and get the thing working.
See, that's the hardest part, is getting 16 people together. And what was it called? Sorry, again, remind me?
Faceball.
So before Facebook, guys, there was Faceball. Right, Faceball 2000. See, like what games do I like on here? Gargoyle's Quest, Zelda Link's Awakening, Bureau Fighter. There was a Spider-Man game on here that I liked. Ninja Spirit for this is fantastic. Such a great device, man.
Oh, there was just endless games.
Well, okay. Let's see what we're doing.
And this
here.
game was also in the Nintendo, and I believe they ported all of the Game Boy levels over to the Nintendo as well.
Okay, so is stuff like that available on your site, ROM Hack Plaza?
Well, no, that's an OG game.
Okay. Right. No, like wow. Okay. So,
commercial game.
This is impressive, right? Because like guys, you have to imagine when this was current on the Game Boy. Forget the big screen. When you're in a small screen, and this is like a first-person 3D game for you. You know, you're looking at this, and this is super impressive from a technical standpoint. You know, you're like, wow, it's like I had a beholder of one of those maze games. It's amazing. I need to stop saying. I keep saying freaking amazing, and I hate using the same word. I need to expand my vocabulary, so I'm trying to not say freaking all the time. Oh, we're level 1 complete. Okay, you know what? I can see why you like this game. You know, I was expecting it to be a lot worse, to be honest, Kando.
It gets pretty bad when in the later levels, but there's just so many levels in this game. And secrets. Like, in the first level, there's walls you can break that don't flash or anything, and next thing you know, you're being teleported to level 16, level 32, and guys are, like, coming at you quick. These guys are just kind of staring at you.
Yeah. And just
his name Shoot Me. But later you'll find guys that say, I shoot you.
What's the other button do? Oh, okay, I was hoping the other button let me strafe, but not. I thought if I hold it down and move it left and right, it might let me strafe. I thought that would have been innovation for controls, but not quite. No. But I was going to say, tell us a little about, so obviously there was, I remember a website I used to use a lot, which was romhacking.net, and that kind of went, and ROM Hacking Plaza came to be, and as far as I know, everything that was hosted on romhacking.net, is that now on ROM Hack Plaza? Tell us a little bit about that.
No.
No, okay.
There was a time where we were hosting the Internet Archive library that they had also uploaded, because they shut down and they uploaded their archive to Internet Archive, and they said they were going to be closing their site, just be read-only until that happens. But it turns out they kind of silently reopen and they're taking submissions again. But,
Oh, okay. So they're back around then, yeah?
Yeah, but it's being heavily moderated by two different people. There's no quality control checks.
Okay.
Things are getting by that would have floated
because
before.
you had to like, so when you put in a hack to them, it went through a process where they checked to see if it was good enough, and if it wasn't, they rejected it. Is that not the case anymore? Is it just being?
Yeah, no, it just seems that they're just approving anything.
Oh wow. So if you have a look at your, we'll leave a little bit of a nice Gargoyles Quest music playing there. But what I want to have a look at is, okay, I can't hear it in my headphones. So hopefully we have got some. So let's go. If you look at your Discord screen that hopefully I'm still sharing with you, let's have a look at your website, ROM Hack Plaza. I'm going to bring it up here. So yeah, tell us a bit about this website. So you've got the different sections on there. So obviously you've got home, recent, section. Tell us, like, so let's say someone out there is watching now. They're not used to, they don't know anything about ROM hacking, but for example, they're a big Mega Man or Metroid, they're a fan of a particular franchise and they want to get into it. What would your advice be? So they're on here first time. What's a way to get people in easy? Because I know romhacking.net had an online patcher, and I pretty much expect you guys to have the same, maybe on the tools. Yeah, you've got it here.
Yep, we have an online patcher. We have a tool where you can actually upload your ROM, and it will show you all the hacks that are compatible with that ROM.
Oh wow! Dude,
we also have an advanced search. Once you go into a section like ROM hacks, we have a fully featured search filters on the right. You can just pick out one game. You can pick out one system.
Ah, wow. Okay. So entry title, platform, language, games, modify. Okay. So do you know what? I'm really curious here because I want to try this out now. So what we're going to do is hopefully, okay, so you guys are only going to see Chrome here, but I will do stuff in the background. So what I want to do is I want to do online ROM checker. Oh, you need to be logged in. Okay, I have signed in. Let me turn this off in case you guys get my password, and it'll be quite ironic, right? I'm on a ROM hacking site and I share my password on a YouTube stream and I end up getting hacked. I mean, there's layers of irony there. Let's see, hopefully it has remembered my credentials. Because I remember before I had like this cloud. Oh, okay, it's come up with something, but it doesn't remember my password. Let's see if it... No, all right, so I can't log in at the moment. That's a shame. I would have liked to have checked that.
I didn't realize he locked that to members only. The guy running it now, his name is Benjamin, and he's just feature after feature he's adding is really just making the site shine.
I mean, to be honest, this is really, really good. I mean, you can have a look at ROM hacks, right? So you can go to where was it? We're getting to sections,
yeah,
right? So yeah, no. So you can, for example, now you can search a game. So if I just go Castlevania, and let's see if it picks it up. So if I just go here, Castlevania Area of Sorrow, and so okay, go to nude section now. We don't want to go there. So is this the games that is showing me up here now, right? These aren't hacks at the moment, are they?
Those are the...
Oh no, those are two different hacks, aren't they? Recolor fix. So have you only got 2 hacks for this, or is there more on your site as well? Because this has got probably close to 100 hacks, if not more.
Yeah, we're like I said, we are user submitted, so there are lots and lots of hacks that are still out there that we don't have, but we are more of the we're more about the person who's submitting the hacks than the users, because what used to be in other sites is the process for ROM hack authors was just abysmal. You'd wait and wait, you get rejected for no reason. We're trying to make things easier and better for them, but at the same time, we don't want to delegitimize their efforts. So we don't want to just blanketly fill the site with all the other hacks that are out there on the internet. You
Oh,
don't have
okay.
permission from the authors to do that. It's just it's not the right thing to do, in my opinion.
Okay, no,
So I
no.
was always,
No, I completely get that, man. So you've got a thing here, want to learn ROM hacking. So if anyone else out there wants to get into ROM hacking, so if someone went through all these tutorials, would they be able to ROM hack? Let's say, for example, they wanted to ROM hack Super Mario World. If after going through this, would they then be able to at least kind of get into it a little bit?
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, now these documents are written by people who actually they're passionate about teaching other people how to hack, and these
Wow.
people are usually available in our Discord as well. They're very friendly, helpful people.
Ah,
And
excellent. Yeah,
yeah,
chuck me an invite to your Discord later, and what I'll do is I'll add it to the description of the video in case anyone watching later thinks, you know what, I want to go there and do it. And generally, when people are very accommodating and people share a lot of knowledge of this stuff. So for anyone out there that wants to dabble in ROM hacks, have a look. Does anyone actually have you got any arcade games on here? Hacks for arcade games?
that I don't know. Not
Okay.
entirely sure.
Yeah, because a friend of mine, Lord Dot, he's been hacking Bubble Bobble recently, and he added like my channel name into the levels. That was pretty cool, man. Like I have to say but that's something that he was learning. So let's have a look. So all right, let's give it.
People that if you're out there and you want to learn how to ROM hack and you're like, oh, I'm too old. Let me tell you something. I am 40 years old now. I didn't start really ROM hacking until I was maybe 35, 36. And I didn't know any assembly. I barely knew C. And I made Star Fox EX and pretty much finished up Famidash. If I can do it, you all can do it.
There you go, guys. So if you want to get into it, don't be afraid. I actually dabbled. I dabbled with ROM hacking, and so I'm a big fan of the Castlevania games. Symphony of the Nights, the Metroidvania style ones. Not really. I'm not really the classic Vania, not so much. And so there's a program. It's called DSVania, and what DSVania does is so I can't remember the exact name actually. But what it does is, so the three games on the Game Boy Advance, which you've got Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Area of Sorrow. Area of Sorrow and Harmony of Dissonance are actually considered DSVania games. Like you can hack them using that tool, but not Circle of the Moon. And all three of the games on the DS you can hack. So you can use that. It's supposed to be easier to do it. I messed around with it. All I did was turn a skeleton into rainbow colors and it threw rainbow bones out. And I was very proud of that. No idea how I kind of did it. I was messing around, but that is as far as my ROM hacking went.
Hey, do you have Celeste Mario Zap and Dash on your Mister?
Ooh, is that the NES version?
Yeah.
We can have a look at it. I may do. I know I've tried it out, but I've got so many different devices, and sometimes I put stuff on like an Android device. I actually got a new device yesterday. I got a GPD Win Mini, man. It's like a tiny 7-inch laptop, man. Just got it so I can do sneaky videos at work, but it's got a controller built in and everything. So, I always always have. So I might put something on one device, but I won't have it on multiple devices. So we're going NES.
So Celeste Mario Zap and Dash is a ROM hack for Mario Brothers, made with the MMC5 chip, probably the most advanced chip that is
Okay.
on the. And I think it's probably one of the most expansive ROM hacks for any Nintendo game that exists. But
Wow.
there's
Okay.
a
Let's have a
huge
look.
update in progress.
I can add it manually. It's not called mg.nes, is it? I think I've.
No, that is something I just. Hold on a second. It might.
Okay.
I can.
We can have a look. Okay. So it's not. No. I've got it. I got it. Look there. It's there. It's there. I've got
Okay.
it. I've got it.
Check that out real quick. I also just sent you a file.
I've seen
Oh,
it.
that's not.
I've downloaded it, and I have got network access to the Mister, so I can.
There is a huge upcoming update for Celeste Mario Zap and Dash that has just nothing but mini games, and I want you to check it out. I just sent it over to you.
Yeah. No worries. I'm gonna just add this to my. Let's do this. Let me add it to my Mister into the Kando folder. So
Now, I'm not a developer on this, but I'm one of the testers, and one of the few people having inputs on the development process.
Okay, well that's on there now, so we can have a look at that after. Right now, I've got to say there was one thing that I was asking you about. Do you remember? Do you know what I'm going to ask you here?
Mario Kart Deluxe.
Yes, bang on. So tell us a bit about that, man. I mean, have you got a version that you can show and I can share your screen or something? Have you got anything? Because that is an amazing project that I wanna check out.
Let's see. I can share my screen. We
Yeah.
can do
All
that.
right. Oh, good, good. Oh, hold on. Have I loaded the wrong game or?
Let me get it up and running. Super Mario Kart Deluxe it's
No,
not
sorry,
a
that's
typical
Family Dash.
game.
No, I haven't got it there. Sorry, I just downloaded. I got Family Dash again.
The
So
that's
you,
fine.
if you want to send it to me, I'll quickly put it on there. And then
What's
you
that? The Celeste Mario?
the Celeste, yeah, I thought I had it. I've definitely tried it. I actually quite like Celeste, but it gets it gets bloody difficult, man. Batty's she's saying that really impressive from a technique. Oh, absolutely, very very impressive. Just bloody hard, and it's like that Super Meat Boy. All those games, just I'm like, stop playing. I'm a very calm guy, and I don't want to get more angry, and I don't want to put myself in situations where I get angry. And I feel like that game might push me to the limit.
Where are you?
So guys, we are going to have a look at something really really awesome, which is so the Super Nintendo version of Mario Kart. They're the deluxe version, and this is something that I always pester Kando once in a while. Like, Kando, hook me up, man. I need to do a video on this. And Kando's like, look, not at the moment, but I'll make sure that when anything's available for you, I'll get it. And well, like over a year has passed, and Kando naturally hates me, so I got nothing. Yeah, he's just like, nah, you're not getting it, man. It's not happening. Keep dreaming,
it's
kid.
like my typical projects. I open source them. Here's the source code. Here's today's build. Here's today's build. Here it's all open.
No,
I
no,
can't do that for Mario Kart Deluxe because I'm not a developer. I'm like in there, but I'm really not doing much.
no,
More
I
just like a hype.
I get that. I respect that, man. So, shall I do Celeste, or do you want to go to Mario Kart Deluxe?
Let's do Mario Kart Deluxe.
Okay,
Switch over. I'm
so
gonna share my
let me
screen.
share your screen, and I need to make sure. Okay.
You know what?
Oh,
Let
okay.
me
You might
go
need
back.
to go into your volume settings and
Right
just
here.
put the. No, what you'll have to do is put your volume down for the actual ROM. So if you're running it on an emulator, just go into the sound mixer and put the volume down to maybe 1/3, 25% of the normal one, and it will kind
My
of fix it.
laptop on my fan because I'm starting to overheat. Hopefully, it doesn't kill out the sound. But anyway, I'll speak a little bit about the project. Mario Kart Deluxe right now has 16 characters that you can. I'm sorry, 16 characters that you can choose from instead of the normal 8. We've got 10 courses instead of the normal 5. We've got mission modes where you complete missions. There are bosses. There are just so many different little things. You can enable mirror mode on any course. All right, let me get
Okay, I'm just gonna load the vanilla version of Mario Kart. Was it Mario Kart on the SNES or was it Super Mario Kart? I can't remember.
Super Mario Kart.
It is Super Mario Kart, right? And I guess on the N64 it's Mario Kart 64. They got rid of the Super.
I got rid of the Super.
I always say that if I ever had to pick one letter one letter of the alphabet, and I'm only allowed to play games with that letter, I'd have to go with S. Like, S just has so many games in it because of the word Super.
Always. Is this fan drowning out my voice at all? You can still hear me okay?
We can't kind of hear you all right. It went a little bit like what happened is it went a little bit quieter for a second, but it seems to be okay now. So here we are with a little bit of Mario Kart. Okay. So guys, we're going to look at a bit of Mario Kart while Kando sets up Mario Kart Deluxe. So this one here is the original one. It's got 8 characters. In fact, you know what I should really do? is hopefully I've got that hack on here. I'm a Street Fighter fan in a Street Fighter world. Let me see my hacks. Oh man, have I not got it on here? What the heck is wrong with me, man? Super Mario World. Okay, we'll have a look at this ROM hack. It's more of a tech demo. It's not a full game. So, see again, lots of different devices, and I haven't put them everywhere. But there's a Mario Kart hack with Street Fighter characters in there that I really like. It's done really, really well. So this guy here, Anonymous ZWX or Anonymous ZWX. They do commissions, so you can speak to this guy. You can say, this is what I want in a Mario game, and pay him an X amount of money, agree to it, and they'll do it. Ascalini or Hyper Street Kart is the one. Thank you for that. So what's happened here? Oh, okay, that's fine. So I think this is this, look, so this is based on Metal Slug. Let me put the sound up a bit as well.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Oh, you're ready? All right, let's show them this because we're here. It'd be rude not to. So it's just one level. So it's got the Mario speech from Smash Brothers, and yeah, your voice might be a little bit lower. So however you've got your mic, you may need to.
I'll speak up a little bit.
Ah, there you go. There's Kando. Did I pause it? I think I might have paused it.
I'll get my dad voice out.
So this here, look, it's like I saw this and I was like, wow, but I really wish there was like a full game of this. So you got to grab the bombs from here, and
yeah, that's Metal Slug.
It is absolutely Metal Slug. So you have to dash those up there at him, but it's not a full game. It's just a demo, one stage. I mean, it'll be crazy to have a game like this, right? I mean, wow. Do I need to shoot the... Okay, I'm not doing a great job of demonstrating this.
The quality of those explosions too.
Yeah, no, this guy is really, really good. So he's done like, I don't know why it's slowing down. I've ran it before, it was running absolutely fine. Okay. So some of these bombs are supposed to land on the floor, and then I'm supposed to dash them up. Here we go, there's one here. Okay, right, let's run your game. So let me do a reboot, and I have to send a shout out to Anime Otaku Man, who's done this wallpaper for me. Absolutely love it. Should show up. Okay, is that the sound I heard? Is that you with your screen? So
yep.
How do I look at your screen, man? I'm so bad with Discord. So no, not full screen. Here we go. Is it this one? Change stream. Here we go. No, that's Kando. How the heck do I see your screen? Here we go. Let me click on your name. Is it gonna know? So you're definitely sharing your screen, right?
Yeah. I'll let it run so you can make sure the
I'm
volume's
just trying
okay.
to see. I'm trying to see. Here we go. Okay, cool. I've got watch stream Kando Wontu. Okay, the volume kind of feels all right, man. As long as you can. Wow, this is banging. Right. So where do we? So sorry, guys. Technical stuff here, but I will get this. Why is this? Okay, it's really weird. Okay, let me. Okay, here we go. That's that back. Bear with me. I am gonna get this. So we've got Chrome, and okay, let's.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, got it here.
Beautiful.
What I am gonna do is.
As you can see, I'm used to having to check for lag frames, checking frame counts and stuff like that.
Well, wow, this is looking good. So you're gonna have to race and show us a bit of this game, guys. So, guys, this is really, really cool. Super Mario Deluxe, 16 selectable players, man. And so, how far along is this, dude? How far along? Like, because it's been in the making for quite some time now.
It's pretty far along. We've got some bosses to finish, sprite work, coding, bugs, but I mean, all the characters are done, power-ups are done. I mean, check out all the extra power-ups we got here.
Wow, that's nuts.
We got the blue shell, we got a key balloon, we got a leaf.
You got the little boomerang thing as well. So the,
Yeah,
the
it's
Super
pretty
Nintendo
wild.
only had like a few, right? It only probably had like one column there, like one,
We
two.
had the first 2 rows and the first one of the second row of the third row.
Ah, okay, the lightning, right? Okay, so those are the original ones. Wow, and all the rest of those
The
are.
egg, the fireball, and the shrink mushroom were originally CPU only,
Wow,
uh, and then the other
that's
ones are added, taken from other games.
that's
But as you can
really
see, you'll
so.
be able to actually customize the appearance chance percentage of whatever items you want. You can make it so you'll always get, a bomb no matter what. And you have to decide if you get different item sets, whether or not you're in first place or on lap 1, whether you're in second, fourth place, or fifth to
Wow,
eighth. Have item sets, so you can say, okay, if you're always in fifth to eighth, you'll always get a lightning.
wow, that's crazy.
You
That's
can go
mad.
here and just
And
roll
is this
into
gonna
it.
is this gonna run on original hardware?
Yes, I
Wow.
tested it the other day in my FX pack. It works. Yep.
Damn. So this is truly like packing that cartridge, right? So you're having to like
Yeah.
push that data right into the cartridge with your hands before you run it.
Yeah, this thing is, it's wild. We got up to 300 cc.
Wow.
There's a lot of secrets yet, and I can't reveal, but they're classily hidden right now, so that's good. You can see here we got extra characters. You can see their stats on the right side: their speed, acceleration, their grip.
This is brilliant. So who guys, let us know in chat. Let's let the people pick a character. But guys, don't be boring. Don't say Mario, Luigi, or Yoshi. No, it's got to be from the bottom 2 rows, right? So pick a character, and can do, will do. Can do, want to, will do. That's pretty cool. Can do,
I like
want to. Okay, expanded soundtrack. Neil Severa's asking, yo, Neil Severa, how you doing there, bud? This guy.
The soundtrack will be expanded. Yes, I think that's one of the last things they're going to be working on.
And
More focused on just the engine.
I can
and everything
imagine,
else
and
right
then later on we'll probably get an MSU1 version with a right
Yeah, I would
crazy
imagine.
soundtrack. Wow. So guys, come
Somebody
on,
will do it.
we're taking who? Batty will do it, yeah? She'll do it. Oh, Birdo, we got a Birdo. Right, Birdo. I really like Birdo, man. I like Birdo. Those big eggs from Super Mario Brothers.
Let's go with
2.
Birdo.
Birdo! Dude, I've got goosebumps over here, you know? Like it's nuts. I like this game. I like this game a lot on the SNES. I'm gonna go again and say I preferred the N64 one, but the N64 one, around the time that came out, we were like in our late teens, so we'd be around friends' house, 4 of us playing 4 players, Mario Kart, GoldenEye, so it held a lot more. But this one is really, really good, man. It's still a popular game.
I think I'm just a little bit older than you, so yeah, the nostalgia.
No,
on
you're
this
not. You're not
one is
older. You're
definitely-
younger than me, man. I'm 47, man.
I'm young.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, we had the so we like so NES is around, probably the NES Master System were the first consoles. Well, actually, no, the 2600 was, but I never owned one. I used to play it around my cousins and my friend's house when I was very, very young. Yo, we got O.M.A.Hei-Long in the channel. Yo, oh, Wario all day. Yes, sorry, man. Oh, someone said Waluigi, but Birdo came in for the win, yeah.
Oh, Birdo got it. First come, first serve. So the original
Absolutely.
game only had 4 courses. This one has 10.
Oh shit! Wow.
You can also, if you want mirror mode, hit Y and A, and now you got mirror mode.
That's crazy, man.
So the game
Wow.
the level will be reversed.
So is this gonna come out via a Patreon for early access or anything, or is it just gonna come out straight away as a public release?
Just gonna come out straight away, public
Okay.
release.
No, that makes I understand why, because if there was a Patreon on this or anything, then there could be potential issues that I face. So usually when it's someone
that's
else's,
always something you want to be careful with. Yeah,
absolutely. When it's someone else, especially when it's Nintendo, man, and they're known for their ninjas. So guys, if all of a sudden the stream goes dark and you hear like a sound, that's Pixel. That's a dead Pixel, not just on your monitor.
Oh,
Oh, dad jokes.
dad jokes come naturally.
You better come first, you know.
I'm getting my butt whooped here.
Boo! Boo!
Can I get it? Thank you. Green shell? You give me a boring green shell? Give me something new. Yeah, I'm trash. I used to always be Yoshi because I thought he was the fastest. Little did I know, he's actually the slowest.
Oh, really? I think like my one in the initial ones was like Toad, and then in the N64 it was the Koopa Trooper.
Let me check the item setup, make
Well,
sure that
you know what? At least now we can pick a different character. So what was next there? So after Birdo, we've got Waluigi, and then we've got Wario. So, and we got Toadetta as well. Wow.
Yeah, well, okay, so deluxe, that's what we want. Okay. We can do, you know what? Oh, there we go. Custom. Let's go over to items and let's.
Yeah, so, is there a way to dodge blue shells in this one? Because I know you're not supposed to be able to dodge them, but I remember someone found a way of dodging it on the normal DS.
I think there's a way. I'm not 100% sure how though. Alright, let's try that. Okay, and 5 to 8, 16 to lightning, sure. Okay, now we should get some fun. Perfect. Now we should get some fun items.
So who we got? We got to go Waluigi now, yeah?
Waluigi.
We're doing it for the people.
The character who makes the least sense in the entire America Brothers.
Do you know what? One of so my middle son, he's very tall. Even when he was born, he was like a tall kid, man. And so when his younger brother had like one of these carts in the garden, and he used to want to go on it, when he used to sit there, the way his legs hung out, I used to call him Waluigi, and I showed my wife Waluigi, and it literally was him, even the facial expressions and everything. So we kind of call him Waluigi. Oh, look at that, you're smashing it now, yeah? Oh. Up in here,
Yeah,
man.
There we go.
You've not been drinking during the stream, have you?
No. A little too early for me there.
Cool. Oh yeah, you're 5 hours behind, aren't you? So you're at you're 2:15. I'm 7:15 here, man.
Oh boy. Yellow shell. Alright, get in front of me so I can hit you with this yellow shell.
Yeah. Hold on, that little puff of smoke there, was that in the original as well, or am I thinking that's a new effect in there?
No, that's a new effect.
That is
and
new,
the
isn't
yellow
it?
shell too.
Wow.
Yellow shell didn't exist.
So that's really, really cool.
Let's see what we get this time. Oh, blue shell. I'm in first though. That's not so much.
No.
Oh.
Oh, dude, that was genius. Oh wow, look
I'm
at
sure these levels they're still under construction as far as the zones and stuff like that. So.
No. This looks amazing, man. Looks amazing. Wow.
So. Let's get out of here.
We got to do
show you
Wario.
what
We got to
else.
do Wario now.
Well, let's switch over to
Wow.
special game. Let's see, mission mode. Oh, okay, I have to hold on. I have to put in a little secret cheat code. I have to turn off.
So what emulator are you using here to play this, by the way?
I'm using Messin.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I don't want to show the joypad. How do I turn that off? Input, display. Okay, we don't want to display. Put in my secret cheat code here. Nope. Not it. There we go.
Ooh, what was that? That was like a one-up sound, right?
unlock all.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Code. But you guys can't know that one yet.
No,
So this
no,
is
no.
the mission mode. And
Oh,
you
wow.
see here we have some cool missions. Drive through 10 gates in 1 minute.
Damn, dude, man, you've turned it into, so you've taken the classic formula and you've made like what a modern kind of game is, you know, with like the missions and stuff in there. That's
Oh, yeah.
wow.
Even with some bosses are done, I'll be able to show you. This one we actually showed on YouTube before, so it's nothing brand new.
Okay, so how do the bosses work? You just race the boss, or?
Yep, you just race him, and he's a little cheesy. He'll steal your items.
Wow. This is a new soundtrack as well, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a new track.
Yeah, I don't recognize this.
I think it's from Mario Sunshine.
Ah, okay.
Might be wrong.
Yeah, I can't do 3D Mario games, man. I've tried so many times. Can't do. I think the one I probably got on with the most was the one on the Switch. What's it called? Super Mario Odyssey. But I still didn't complete it.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like that one eased you into it compared to like all the previous 3D ones.
Too many.
I mean, like
Petey
what?
Piranha. This is an interesting fight.
Nice.
Because in this one, you have 4 different modes. You have to collect water. So we have this, which kind of lifts you up.
Ah,
You
okay.
have this, which is faster. You have the rocket to damage it when it's down.
Again, new soundtracks in here. This is very fitting.
Oh, I was supposed to jump there. Yeah.
I always used to wonder, right? When we got Mario Sunshine, that Mario's now like doing your laundry, essentially. Then we got Luigi's Mansion, where Luigi's gonna come and do your hoovering. And I was kind of wondering what the next one would be. You know, maybe they're gonna gang up together and like do some dry cleaning or mow your lawn. But they kind of stopped with all the cleaning stuff.
So yeah, basically 3 hits and you hit him there. Just when he goes to splash down, do that to avoid it. Very complex little battle.
Very good. It reminds me a little bit of, you know, like Mario Tennis. There's a fight that you do against like a piranha plant in there, and that was a lot of fun. Mario Tennis on the Switch. Yes, yeah. It's nice. It's got that kind of vibe about it, but as you know, as a 16-bit game. Wow.
I wonder if this one is accurate.
So in the challenges, you can't pick your character, no? It assigns a character to you, right? Okay.
And this challenge is play it with the side camera.
Okay, you have to kind of play with the map though, innit? So you have to kind of cheat a bit. Yeah, that's how you have to just ignore the top one, man, and just.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Because I remember on like the DS when you got the squid thing and it blocked your screen, you'd have to look at the bottom screen and race. It wasn't too tough.
So the last one I'll show you is there's no boss here yet, but every time I push a button, you'll see what the demonstrated effect is supposed to be. Hang on a sec. Which button is it? Oh, A.
It just goes dark for a second, yeah?
It changes your course completely.
Oh wow! That is crazy.
Yeah, this is a wild effect. And somehow it places you on drivable area every time too.
That was a setup, man. That was really cool. Do you mind if we have a look at the other characters as well? So just go through the new ones just to let the people have, because everyone's really excited about this, man. So you can pick whatever mode you want, but that's really, really good, man. That's going to give it a lot of longevity as far as playing goes, you know. Best £60 I ever spent on a Mario Kart game. Who needs Mario Kart World on the Switch 2? We are consumer friendly here.
As far as a release date, I can't give a release date because we really don't have one. I would be very surprised if next year went by without a release. So I would say probably 2026. That's probably the best ETA you're gonna get. I'm gonna probably get my head into me for saying that.
It's all right. No one watches this channel, dude. Like we're good. So let's do Yeah, let's do Wario. Let's do Wario. We haven't seen Wario yet, and then we'll go through here. But this is really amazing. I'm like, dude, I'm very very chuffed that you've shared this with us, man, and really looking forward to this. In fact, I'd go as far as saying this is probably my most anticipated and wanted ROM hack. It's just, it takes it to the next level. The amount of content in here, you know. Imagine
something else.
Let's put it into perspective, right? Let's just say that this was the most recent Mario Kart and all this was an extra. We're talking season pass here, multiple season passes, right? What is it? Year 1, year 2, year 3, all those season passes in one.
Yeah, no, and I would buy this in a heartbeat. I mean, Nintendo's missing out by not doing this kind of stuff.
See, that's my fascination with ROM hacks. When I first kind of discovered them, and I was like, wow, is this what this really is? And it was mainly the Castlevania ones that really got me into it, and then I was blown away. It felt like, and I always say this in my videos, where it feels like my old games, my favorite games, I'm getting DLC for them. But the only difference is for the new games, when I'm getting DLC, let's say Street Fighter 6 for example, if I want to buy a new character in that, I'm paying with my wallet, whereas this isn't costing me anything, and it's giving my favorite classic games a new lease of life. But this game here just takes it to the next level. I mean, this I don't even know what to call this. This is like taking Mario Kart and then turning it into like Robo Terminator Cop. Like you've just given it everything.
I don't know how they're squeezing all this in, but they're still not out of room.
Wow.
And I'm just trash.
So is this project going to be where they're going to? I feel like they're going to keep trying to add stuff in there, and the release date will come when they go, guys, we can't fit anything else in there. Let's now just polish it, and then let's release it. You know, it's literally, we're talking about like, we can't fit one more kilobyte on the SNES. It just won't fit.
That's kind of how Star Fox EX finally released.
Oh wow.
I finally couldn't fit anything else.
So
alright, let's release it.
So would you still look at Star Fox EX and think, you know what, maybe there's a way I can optimize this, maybe I can trim this or do this? Because
I have my eyes set on maybe a third map one day with like just one more course.
Nice.
I can't.
yeah, give up, man, give up. We almost gave up watching there, so let's.
Really cool with that lava effect that they did, though.
Wow.
That lava just came out of nowhere.
Mate, this is just amazing. I'm bedazzled by it. Like, I'm seeing like new things. I'm like, was that in the original? And you're like, no, it wasn't. This is new in here, you know?
Yeah.
So I take it the guys behind this up, this must be their favorite game, man, to go to this much or these lengths in order to make this.
Oh yeah. Mr. L, who's the lead developer of this, him and Scalby. Scalby is the other lead developer. He is, I'm guessing this is broken. Scalby's actually
sorry, let's go for the new characters, man. Let's go for the new characters. Yeah, cool. Yeah, sorry, you were saying, so Mr. L and Scalby.
Scalby's actually, he's like a competitive player, so he's definitely into it. Mr. L has pretty much gone through every bite in this game, knows where everything is in the game.
Wow. So there's still competitive like Mario Kart then, right? I guess there's competitions in many things, but wow.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, they are they run a Discord just for Mario Kart hacking, the SMK Workshop.
Wow. So are you gonna pick up a Nintendo Switch 2, Kando?
My dad has one, and he has a couple.
No, I mean the Switch 2. The Switch 2.
Oh, the Switch 2. No, my dad is.
How old your dad, man? He sounds cool, man.
He's in his late 70s.
And he's still rocking games. That is amazing, man.
Yeah, he's definitely a gamer by heart.
Wow. So did he get you into gaming?
Yeah, he got me into it.
Wow.
He, I remember waking up, maybe I was 4 or 5 years old with a stomach ache and sitting on the couch and watching him play Crystallis.
Wow, that's amazing, man. No, the only gaming my dad ever did was he bought this machine called a Binaton, which had Pong, and had different versions. So normal Pong was, you against the wall. Then you had tennis, which was one on each side. You had football where you had 3 Pong things there. So that was it. He wasn't into gaming. My kids are proper into gaming, but Fortnite, Rocket League, Apex Legends, Minecraft, the new stuff. Have you just crashed it? Oh, okay. We're going into...
So I'll show you the Celeste Marries Zap and Dash is a game basically like, Celeste-ish.
And this is running on the NES as well, isn't it? It looks
Yeah,
very,
this is on a
very
NES.
wow. But the one I had, I remember the colours being like a lot more blue. Or am I mistaken here?
Yeah, more like this.
Okay. But maybe I've got an earlier version because I don't remember it looking as good as this.
Yeah, let me see. Let me get the original first. Hang on a sec. Unlock pocket, assets.
Let's have a look at some of the chat while you do that. Oh, so Neil was asking about Mario Kart Deluxe. Does the Squid Ink have the screen blocking effect like in the latter games?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, it does.
There you go, Neil Severa. Michael O'Hara, a lot of the stuff that you saw, there was a lot of new stuff in there. So what are 2 buttons? And you've got jump and dash, I'll take it then, yeah? So you've got jump and dash. Yep. That cool.
Jump and dash, but there's also, you'll get this item, wall grip, which gives you different ways to grip the wall. Let me actually turn my controls back on the screen.
Dude, the text and everything looks better. Will it look just as good on a NES, or is this emulator upscaling it or something?
No, this is how it looks on a NES.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Very, very, very good looking.
So if you hold up and to the right, you'll kind of cling to the wall. But if you just jump, and there's also you have stamina down there. See how it says 99? How that's going down my hearts. When that goes down to 0, you can't grip the wall anymore. So if you just jump off without holding anything, you're fine. But if you do this, you lose stamina every time.
Just to stop you climbing up everywhere.
Yeah. So later on, you'll have to do things like this to save your stamina. Because anytime you do that, there goes a heart. And there goes another heart. Alright, so anyway, right there you get your air dash. And every time you die, you just respawn, nice and easy.
See, that's what's cool about these games. When you die, it's how quick you respawn. You're not going for a loading screen. I remember playing like Driver on the PlayStation 2, and from what I recall, when you die, there was a waiting period. And what happened with newer games, what's one? There's one that I really like, Hotline Miami. I played that on the PS Vita, and when you die, it's instant. You're just in there straight away, and I feel like that's an important factor in these games because you die a lot, and you want to play instantly. You don't want to wait 5 seconds because when you die after 1 second, you don't want to wait 5 seconds.
Not at all. Secrets.
Nice. And what was your involvement in this, Kando?
I was the lead tester, basically.
Okay.
Every time a new build came out, I played the entire game, front to end.
Wow.
Oops. But there are also checkpoints. So dying is never too big of a deal. Let's try again.
Wow.
So this is probably one of the first challenges you get. And I mean, the learning curve in this game is amazing because they have challenges that teach you skills that you're going to need later on.
Okay.
I remember the first challenge is basically you have to traverse a giant room while conserving energy and stamina the entire time.
Ooh, that was nice how you held onto the side of that block. That was very cool. I thought you were dead there. I thought you were dead. He's gone.
Got lucky.
Yeah,
Very lucky.
that was good. That was good.
So things progressively get harder. I'm going to skip this one for now. Oops. You can also do super jumps like that.
Wow. But you have to blow it, come back down, and then go. Right, okay. Yeah, I won't have the patience to play this, man. the patience and the skill. I'm trying to say patience to say as if, you know, I haven't got the time to do it. I think even if I had the time, I'm too old to learn this now, man.
You can technically beat the game without getting any moons, but there are 101 moons in this game too.
Okay, so the moons are from, was it Mario Sunshine where they were in first?
Mario Odyssey.
Mario Odyssey. Okay, cool.
So that game came out probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago. They've been working very diligently on a new edition. I'm going to show you some of the cool mini games. Spelunker. I like this Splat and Splash because it is wild. I've never seen a game where I can actually just change the color of the background and the rest of the background stays the same.
Wow. Okay, so this is where you've got enemies in this now, right? And
yeah, they're trying to change it back. They're trying to change it blue. I'm trying to change it orange.
That's crazy. So it's got like a little bit of a, not exactly, but kind of. It's got a Splatoon vibe to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
If I can get my number high enough.
So would they ever do like a 2-player challenge of this where you're competing against one another in order to change the colors? One, you know, your color and.
Somebody is working on. One of the developers is working on a multiplayer minigame, but not for this one. Yeah, that would be cool though.
Yeah.
So aside from that, we also have. There's just so many cool things here. Mario is you. So bomb is defeat.
Hold on, there's that game, isn't it? Bomber is you or something. Is it based on that? It looks like that. Yeah, it is based on that, isn't it?
Now I can go right through it. Bubble is hold.
Is this a full game then within Mario Celeste?
Yeah, this is going to be pretty much like an alternate.
Wow, so will it be a separate ROM or will it be part of the same ROM? You just select this.
It's going to be like an update, so yeah, part of the same ROM.
Ah, cool. That's really, really cool. So you've kind of got Celeste and you've got that, whatever it is, Babu or Bama is you game. Very amazing.
Yeah. So we can turn that into a moon. And then we can say moon is win. So that's a pretty neat little mini game.
Very, very nice.
I'll show you a couple of the other ones real quick. Mario is you, A button challenge, Final Destination. Final Destination's good.
Nice soundtrack as well.
Oh yeah, music is insane.
Oh, wow. So you have to fill up the whole level, but you can't go on the same block twice, right? Because you'll die.
Yeah, so you're basically going for a high score. Let's see if I'll do this. Oops, rewind. Right, no
is that rewind part of the game, or are you using the emulator's rewind?
No, that was me using the emulator.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I won't do that. Yeah.
Do you know Batty sent me a link earlier with a soundtrack for Hoffman's Neo Geo Shinobi, and wow, really, really good. I wanna use that soundtrack in one of my news videos as a backing soundtrack. It's often I like the original and I appreciate like the MSU one stuff, the updates, but that Shinobi one is really something special, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we got Nathan Etra in the house as well. They're actually working on their own game as well, so excellent stuff. O.M.A.Hei-Long says the same thing I did. He says Splatoon, wicked.
See how we go.
Yeah, this is nuts.
So yeah, every game basically has a rank, and then at the very end, I believe there's going to be more stuff. This one is turning out. This was one of the most simple games he made, and he wasn't going to do anything with it, and now it's turned into one of the most complex ones.
Really, I thought Driller there. So I'm wondering if it's a Mr. Driller type of thing.
Yeah. So here I'm going to be mad. Oh. Gems. Why do I need gems? Alright, he must have changed some stuff, so we probably have to play it first.
Mm.
But yeah, basically, Mr. Driller.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm just responding to Batty. Batty's, yeah, saying it's Relic, that done the Shinobi soundtrack. Yeah, you know what, Batty, when you sent me that link, I clicked it and I was like, yeah, because I really do like Shinobi. I like the original soundtrack, but Relic's version, it keeps all that original stuff in it. It just makes it really, really good. Really, really good. So what soundtrack is this, Kando? Is this a Mr. Driller soundtrack here? I don't recognise it as a Mario soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he took it. He has lots of inspirations. He lives in China, so a lot of his inspirations come from either Chinese
okay.
games or tracks and stuff like that.
Nice.
Let's see. No. Extra life, yes. I don't have any more coins. Later on, blocks can start falling on you.
I was expecting them to fall, to be honest, like Boulder Dash style, you know, but I was like, okay, they're not falling.
Well, the one thing I gotta tell him is he made all these symbols, especially with the Mario's U, I think may be overcomplicating things. Kind of hard to see what it used to just be text, and then they added some graphics. I may have to tell him the graphics may not be a good idea.
Cool.
Just want to get to the 3rd level, see if anything special happens, and cut this one out.
Where are we on? We're on level 2 now, right?
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Goodness, I got 1 life left. God, stupid spike got blocked.
Oh, boss fight.
Dark Mage has bestowed a spell upon you. Ultra rare level 2 upgrade, but boosts 2 levels of difficulty. Sure. Survivability. Yeah, there's just so much stuff. Let's see if there's anything before I reset.
Hey, I thought you weren't rewinding again.
Blue blocks give gold and potions the more you drill them. Interesting. Ah, that's cool. I got 6 gems. Only need 100 to unlock.
Yeah, you need to play it a bit. So what else is in the pipeline? Have you got anything else that's yeah, you wanna show off?
Yeah, I'll show you one more thing here. Final Destination, Rainbow Dash, Celeste Maker. This one is actually really cool because you can use the SNES mouse if you want.
Okay.
But basically
on the NES, right? So you're using the SNES mouse on the NES.
Yes.
Cool.
Press start to enter design mode.
So it's got a whole tutorial there as you go into it. Brilliant.
Yeah. So here I can put this block.
Let him walk on a normal floor, man. Just, you know, why give him all the spike floor?
There we go.
How come he bounced off the spike? Shouldn't that have killed you, no?
Which spikes?
Oh no, I thought you bounced off the spike when you first went down.
Oh, see, I gotta put a block there, so we'll put a block right
So
here.
is this a game mode where you can, well, you just put stuff wherever you want, yeah, in order to complete the level?
Each one takes up, like you see now, that each one of these is going to take up 4. So you see the star on the bottom left.
Ah,
that goes
okay,
down.
okay. So you've got a limited number of blocks you can put in. The least you put in, the higher like points you get when you finish the level.
Exactly.
Ah, that's really cool. That's actually a good way for to do like a Mario Maker game, right? It's like, okay, make your stuff, but make minimal because we'll give you points for using nothing or very little.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm gonna have to put another block. There it is, and then that should do it.
Wow.
There we go. So a lot of fun, a lot of opportunity, and then you see they start to complicate things, adding gold blocks. But there's always something that tells you what they are. Stamina replenish. This is just, I mean, basically we go days and days with no updates, weeks sometimes, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I made this," and we're just like, "What?"
No, that is very, very cool. I was going to say, is there any other games, any other projects you want to show off?
Not that I can. I'm working on I'm with a commercial team right now, working on a Game Boy Color game as well.
Oh, nice.
Called Mississippi Mayhem.
Okay.
I don't have anything I can really show off on that now.
That's fine. So we look forward to that. That's a commercial game then, yeah? So that's something that's going to be for sale. Okay, I'm going to remove this stream a second and let's kind of run something on Mister and then we'll kind of wrap it up, man. But it's been good. Let's go to a fast ROM game. Yeah, man, it's been, wow, that, I mean, to be honest, the highlight of this stream was that Super Mario Deluxe. That you know, myself and I'm pretty sure everyone in chat has just been like, wow. So let's what's another fast ROM that you are particularly proud of, Kando?
Soul Blazer. Soul Blazer has made such a difference that the randomizer community has actually implemented my fast ROM patch into the randomizer.
Soul Blazer. So not too sure. I hope it's got a decent attract mode in there. Oh, it's an Enix game. So is this an RPG? Because whenever I hear,
well, it's an RPG-ish.
Okay, interesting.
But they have their enemy spawners, and some of these spawners spit out so many enemies that would just slow the game down to a crawl, and it was just a charming part of the game.
Wow,
not anymore.
So that's interesting because you would think Enix would pay for that more expensive cartridge. You know, being obviously
they did in Germany only.
Ah, okay, that's very interesting.
The German version of the game is fast ROM. Every other region, France, US, Japan, we all got slow ROM.
So what would be the reason for that then? Why?
No idea.
That's weird. There must have been someone in Germany who was like, nah, you know what? We want the fast ROM version. Only the best for us. But that's it. But oh wow. Oh, sorry. Heard the noise. I was like, what's that? But dude, you know what? Cheers. Well, look, thank you for coming onto the stream. Honestly, it was an absolute pleasure hanging out with you today, going through the stuff, learning about your fast ROMs, learning about the projects you're interested in. Learning about the projects you are involved in, I guess, and interested in. Guys, if you wish to support Kando Wontu's work, he does have a Patreon set up. Follow him over on X. He does the fast ROM. So if there was ever a game specifically on the Super Nintendo that bugged you because it slowed down, well, this is the guy that now fixes them, and he's done. How many games have you done now, Kando? Is it 200?
Over 200. Over 200. Yeah.
Over 200, and you're still going, right?
I haven't done any for a good number of months. I'm hoping to get back into it one day soon, trying to find the motivation, but one day. Definitely one day.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe if someone joins his Patreon, it will give him more motivation.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. But wicked, dude. Well, look, have a great afternoon, right? afternoon. I'm
Yeah, you
gonna,
too, man.
yeah, I'm gonna do some stuff
Yeah.
in the evening, and I think there might be an update to the Taito F2 course, so I might have to check that out. But yeah, some chores at home and whatnot. But yeah, wicked, Kando, amazing to have you here. Thank you everyone for watching and participating. Yeah, I guess we'll see you around. This is a goodbye from myself and Kando Wontu. Kando, give your bias, man.
Yeah, bye everybody. Thank you so much for having me on here. It's been a real pleasure, and thank you everybody who joined in and watched. It's been a great day, so lots of fun.
Awesome.
And hopefully I'll be making more stuff that makes everybody happy. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. And I'll British it up a bit now. Booyakasha. See you guys later.